Okay, we on. Okay, let me see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Salute 12th round knockout. Let a couple people get in the chat. We gonna roll. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. We're reloaded. Okay. 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 Salute, 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 salute. Salute to my city, Eastwick. Salute to all my homies. Salute to my big bro, Hassan Lane. Shout out to Rod's Podcast. Shout out to Fanning. Uh, Shout out to Champside. Salute to all them. Um, Also, shout out to everybody who fool with me and everybody who don't. God bless them. You know, you come into the chat, subscribe, like, and share. Okay. Oh, man. I thought the hype train was over for Tim Zoo when he got beat up by Fedora. Well, when he got his head bust, they elbow, head, but whatever. But I thought that was the end of him. But he come back and oh my God, that brother Buck Ram, after he knocked him out, he said, Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Peace. Shout out to Buck Ram, man. I gotta tell you, he put on a show to remember, man. I'm talking. First, I want to talk about the Tapia fight. The first fight. I want to talk about that first. That was a great fight from the first round to the 12th round. That was a real good fight. And he dropped Tapia 3 times. And one thing I gotta salute to the refs last night, because they let them boys fight. It's about time you have a ref that come on and really let them guys bang, man. Let them fight, man. That's what they do. Let them fight. And that was really boxing last night. That's what you call good boxing. Like, you know, it was skillful. I'm talking about the first fight. I'm talking about the first fight with Tapia and the other guy. That fight. And let me tell you, man, whew, when he dropped Tapia in the 9th round, I said, they gonna give it to him now. You couldn't tell me they wasn't gonna get that boy to fight when he dropped him in the 11th round. I mean, in the 9th round. But it was a draw. But I tell you, that boy, Savebra, I can't, how you pronounce, Savebra, something like that. He definitely has a future in American boxing. Definitely. Because he has a chin of steel. Even though he got dropped with that, I think it was the straight right or the hook. Either one of them. But Tapia just hit extremely hard. Paul, that's a hard-hitting fighter right there, man. And it was a very, 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 very good card. Very interesting fight. Very, man. From the beginning to the end, they just banged, man. Bro, I haven't seen that many body shots, man. Clean body shots, man. I'm talking boom, 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 in the head, bang, boom, 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 boom. Oh man, beautiful boxing. If you just coming into the chat, August the Glue, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and give me a like, please. Come on, man. Come on, man. No, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, man. Come on, man. You crazy, man. Shout out to Augustus. Shout out to you. Hit the link is in the chat. Hit the link and give me a subscription, man. You on here playing, on my live. Come on, man. But anyway, that was definitely a fight to see. It was entertaining. It was one of them fights where you like you moving, and the only problem that Sevibra had, his only problem is that he kept his head straight up. Pause. Like he every now and then but for the most part, he came in just like this, head straight up and punching. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. And that's why he was constantly getting hit with them straight right hands. He wouldn't move his head. He kept his head right where it was at. He would not move his head to save his life. Pause. For some reason, I don't understand these fighters, especially these fighters that have power. A lot of them doing it. I see now, but you don't see that with the elite. They just come in with the power. They forget about the head, and then when they on the canvas, they looking up at the guy like, what happened? What happened, homie? You ain't move your head. You kept your head straight up. That's what happened. You can't, it's no way, it's no way that you're ever even gonna get to the elite not moving your head. Pause. You have to move. You have to move. You have to be able to move your, you can't give people a target. like Tapia, bro, your Naga was a target, and he didn't miss majority of the night. That's how he dropped you. Straight right hand down the middle. Mom! Oh, I think it was a left hook. Yeah, left hook. Bam! Yeah. And then, like, I was getting up you got up super fast, which I guess that's a good thing for you, but sometimes it's good to especially if you're not out of it, to sit there for 2-3 seconds and get your bearings as much as you can get them and get your butt up and start back. When you get dropped and you jump right up, you still discombobulated, champ. But I have to admit, you guys put on a hell of a fight last night. And I think that Tapia should have lost. I really do. I really feel that, especially with that 9th round drop. When he dropped him in the 9th round, I think that solidified the fight. To me, that's my opinion. That solidified the fight. Right then and there, it should have went to the other guy. It should have went to Sevibra. That's who it should have went to, man. Clean, no, like he beat you fair and square. I think up until that 9th round drop, and after Tapia dropped him, that fight could have went either way. At that point, that fight was up in the air. It's just like going back to Porter and Spence. Up until he dropped Spence in the 11th, I think. Up until then, that fight was really up for grabs. That fight could have went either way. Because Porter was in Errol Spence's face the whole fight. He fought on his front foot. Period. And it wasn't it was, come on, let's get it. Straight up. Excuse me. And until Spence dropped him, that's what solidified that fight. That drop. When Porter went down, whoa. When he went down, that was it, man. That was literally it. But I honestly feel in my heart that Sabrea, I honestly believe that he didn't get a fair shot last night. You know, you know, I don't I don't question the judge's decision. You know, whatever route they take, whatever they do it for their reasons. That's how they seen the fight. That's how they judging the fight. That's why they're judges, and I'm sitting home watching the fight. I'm not a judge. You just have to go with whatever they say. Just like Richard Hitchens, same thing. Same thing. They gave him that fight. They gave him that fight with the guy Keyshawn Davis fighting next. They gave Hitchens that fight, man. I'm sorry. Richardson didn't beat him that night. And if anybody can go back to the fight and see the fight, you'll see what I'm talking about. He beat Hitchens. That's all. I mean, Hitchens. That's all Hitchens was doing. Is I keep reiterating it. You know, and I'm only reiterating it is because that's who Key have next. So, you know, that's going to be in the conversation for now until they fight. You know, period. Everybody does they thing different. That's what make us all unique. You know, that's what make our podcast different. But I could tell you one thing: I'm not bound by anybody, anything, nothing. I'm not bound by anything. You know, I respect YouTube and, you know, their rules and regulations. But as far as what I say, you know, I say it and I'm not going back on it, period. You know, if I utter it, that's what I meant. I'm not going back on it, period. Bottom line. And, you know, I understand that my podcast will grow just like everything else. You know, I'm not chasing, I'm not reaching for nothing. I'm doing everything you're supposed to do as a podcaster. And as long as you do that and you have faith in God and you pray, everything is going to be all right. Some things just move different than others. Some people do things different to make things happen different. You know, like with me, with podcasting, I'm going, you know, it's easy to go out here and get a quick 300-400 subscribers, but when you send out your notifications, you got people that's not even interested in boxing, that you found on the street, or you like a bunch of people that don't even watch boxing, but you got thousands of subs, but when you do your show, it's 12 people in your chat. And I learn from other people's mistakes. I try to have all people that's interested in boxing to subscribe to my channel. If it's not you, it's your husband. If it's not your husband, it's your wife. Like, that's how I try to do my thing. You know, so when I send out notifications, you're interested in hearing about boxing, hearing about who fought last night, hearing, 12th round knockout gonna grow. We gonna grow. Let me tell you something about life, man. I didn't live to be my age being a fool. Because a lot of my boys is locked up for life or they dead. So I'm still here. Through God's grace and mercy, I'm still here. I'm still here. And by God's grace and mercy, I'm healthy. I'm positive. I don't, dibble and dabble in negativity. Like, I'm surrounded by good people. So I know by God's grace that I'm good. I'm good. I'm not anxious for nothing. I'm not none of that. Because I know everything has its time. Everything. And I stand on that. I stand on it. One thing, and I hate to say it, and I'm not glorifying it, and I'm off it after this. Jail is gonna do one thing. It's gonna force you to have patience. And if I didn't learn nothing by doing bids, I learned patience. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it. I don't. I truly don't, because, again, I understand and I know everything grows. Long as you putting in the work and doing the right thing, and long as you keeping God first and foremost, everything gonna grow. You're gonna have your obstacles, but you're gonna overcome them. Why? Because you standing on faith. But anyway, let's get back to the boxing thing last night. Now, the second fight, I'm not going to talk about that fight that much because I fell asleep. I'm not going to sit here and style and lie. And I know the reason why I fell asleep, not giving no, it wasn't a boring fight or nothing. I seen the first, I think I seen 2 rounds or something like that. And the young boy with the braids, he just was too much. He was too much for the old head. Period. He would, and he's gonna go far in the sport of boxing if he keep doing what he's doing. He's definitely gonna go far. Definitely. And Keith Thurman, he was one of the that whole PBC system is changed around. And I don't know. I just like that lady. That lady. She's from ESPN. She got the real short hair. She's a Latino. for some reason, I, I, I was all, she just rubs me the wrong way. She does. Like, ever since she's been in the sport of boxing for years, she just rubbed me the wrong way. And, you know, she's obvious for her people, and she shows it. And I don't understand how Al Heyman hired her to be a part of the PBC when he had what's her name? The young black girl that's there. Why would he go out and get her to do the same thing she's doing? The only difference is she speaks Spanish and the other girl don't. You know, and then you got what's his name commentating now. He commentates the fights. What's his name? The black guy. His name escapes me right this second. And then you got Keith Thurman, and then you got the other, the big white guy. He always commentated the preliminaries fights, but now that's who they have on a panel. I seen last night, those three. And Keith Thurman says something that's so profound. And this is true. When you're dealing with America in sports, period, you dealing with the best in the world. Especially things like boxing, MMA, and any type of combat sport, because anybody can come to America and do it. That's why you're not the best if you hasn't conquered America, because America is the land of the free. That means, quote, anybody can compete. If you think you're the best, you can come to America and compete, unquote. That's why you're considered the best in the world, period. I don't know if y'all caught what I said, but that's what it means. Like, you're if you win championships, and hypothetically speaking, let's say Australia, you have the belts in Australia, you know, you Australia champion, that don't mean shit in America. Like, that's not even a you won it, you earned it, that's your shit, that's you there. But as far as the world, if you're not winning nothing in America, it don't mean as much as it would opposed to your home country, period. Like, in your way, winning all them titles, he winning them titles by sitting in his country and not moving. but you have a lot of people protesting, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm gonna start promoting it on 12th Round Knockout every time I do a show. This guy has to come to America and compete like everybody else. Who who is this guy that he's better? Why can't he come box in the United States of America? That's all I'm saying. He need to fight in the USA. Even though he knocking cats out from all over, Americans, everybody. But still, it's like any sport, home and away games. That means a lot. When you fighting in your country and you have and you have 20, 30,000 people rooting for you, and it's so loud in these places, and they all rooting for you, that means a lot. A lot. Nobody can say it don't. It's just like Buffalo and the Jets. You fighting Buffalo, man. that's a hostile environment. And you come to New York, you know, and you from Buffalo, that's a hostile environment. You know, that home field advantage means a lot, man. It means a whole lot. And that's just the truth. That's the truth. Now, please, let's go to the main event last night. Now, I just said to you guys, 12th Round Knockout, we gonna keep it real all the time. All the time. And I'm gonna tell you, I've never been a Tim Tszyu fan. Ever. Never, ever has I been a fan of his. I've never publicly came out and said it, but, you know, I have had him on my, on what you call it? I was talking about him after the Fandora fight, so I put photos of him up, and then I talked about the Fandora fight, and I said something about him then, but I'm saying it publicly now. I never liked Tim Tszyu arrogancy. He's super arrogant. Um, I didn't like the things he was saying about Charlo when they was gonna fight. You know, he was just a very, very nasty person. Um, I believe the way he got beat last night with no excuses. It's no excuses. No, your head busted. No, no, you got your ass beat last night by the brother, and it's no excuses. Hands down, he whooped your ass. Period. Bottom line, he exposed you. He Bakram exposed Tim Tszyu last night. He showed the world that Tim Tszyu is super overrated. And that's only because of Costa Tszyu, which is his father. Because he hasn't been through the trenches, man. Tim Tszyu, he hasn't been through the trenches. He hasn't, fought these big time elite guys. Akram also, but Akram has the IBF title, and after last night, he's elite, man. I don't see nobody just walking through him. He's tall. He could take a punch. He got a chin like a rock. And he hit super hard. Period. And Tim Tszyu, he came out and, he came out with them hard shots. Bang, boom, boom. I know when he hit Bakram clean the way he hit him a couple times, clean like that, and it didn't faze him, I know he said, I'm in trouble. He said, I'm in trouble. That's what he said. He said, damn, I'm in trouble, man. This for 10 rounds, like 10 more rounds, 9 more rounds with this. How the hell am I gonna get, like, what am I gonna do? 9 more rounds? I'm in trouble. But he stayed on his last night, right? Look, this what separates great coaches from, okay, let me rephrase it. You have coaches that's elite. Then you have coaches that's they fairly good coaches. Then you have coaches. I'm gonna say Calvin Ford. My favorite fighter coach, and Kenny Ellis. They know how to adjust a fighter in situations when things get a little tight in there. Now, last night, what they should have did is made adjustments with Tim Zoo and said, okay, the game plan we came in here with, what we came in here to do, we see now it's not going to work. So this is what we gonna do. See, that's all with great coaching. Thinking fast, on the ball, plan B, all that. You already have all that because you're great, because you're good. That's what you do. That's what you was born to do. It don't take nothing for you to switch it up. Boom, ASAP. You don't have to wait till your man damn near dead and no, you sitting there watching it, and then your brain, when he get his ass back to this corner, this is what we doing now. And I've seen them brothers do that. Seen it with my own eyes. That's what you call the elite. Now, let's go to Derrick James. Let's go to Errol Spence and Bud. And let's keep it real. No BS, none of that. Let's just keep it a bean for a minute. Look, when Errol Spence got in trouble, listen, Coach James didn't know what the fuck to do. He was like, and that's why Earl fired his ass, because how are you my coach, and I'm getting beat like this? Give me something. Give me something. Let's go to the Frank Martin fight. Same thing. Derrick didn't know how to make adjustments. Robert Garcia, he makes adjustments. He know how to make adjustments. I can name a couple of more, but I'm not giving them their props like that. Not on 12th round knockout, because a lot of them is racist. But anyway, Calvin Ford, Kenny Ellis, adjustments on a whim. And they didn't have Tank so long that, that they say a few things, and Tank go right out there and do exactly what his coaches say every time. And every time it works. That's why their union is so dope. He has two of the best coaches in the sport of boxing. They underrated. They underrated. They super underrated. They do not get the props that they should be getting in the sport of boxing. And it's only one reason why. And I don't even have to say it. People know already. And it's sad. It's really sad. But anyway, and that's what happened with Tim Tszyu last night. When he got the shit knocked out of him and he went back to the corner, did you hear the shit that they was telling him? First of all, you just got dropped. Second of all, you scared. You really scared. You just got dropped. And then you got hit hard. One of the hardest you ever been hit. And you get back to the corner and the coach is talking some bullshit. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear, how can I not get hit like that? And where do we go from here? That's the elite. You don't call a coach elite or a fighter elite just to say it. You say it because it's real. You know how to navigate your fighter out of situations to get hurt. Some guys know how to do it, some guys don't. Period. And it's sad. It's real sad. And then on top of that, this is real bad. For all y'all that don't know, Derrick James quit that night. He told Frank Martin, I'm done, that's it, we through. Like, I'm not coaching boxing anymore. We through. That night, that young boy then took a loss, you know, he's humiliated, getting knocked out, and now my coach telling me he quit. That's it. Derrick James, man, I used to have a lot of respect for you, man. I thought you like one of them. Come to find out, man, like, you a clown. Straight up, man. You a clown. Straight up clown. Salute to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to my man Hassan Lane. Salute to everybody that came out and showed love. I appreciate it. Even if it's just 2, 3 people, whatever. It don't matter. You showed up. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share my channel to other places. And I end it the same way all the time. Anyone that know me, Jersey,